Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to give you a list of 5 books which I think you should definitely read in 2022. And these are not the standard list of books which you'll hear elsewhere, but this is a very curated list if you want to grow in your life, if you want to really read 5 breathtaking books in the year 2022. This list will appeal to you if you are a working professional, whether in technology, whether in the world of business, if you are an entrepreneur, or if you're just a student or studying in a business school. But before we start, do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. Now, the first book which I think you should read is called The $1 Billion Whale. It's a business thriller, a fascinating book. It was called the Book of the Year in 2018 by the Financial Times and Fortune. It's a story about this person called Joe Low who grew up in Malaysia. He went to the US in one of the best business schools of the US, and he, along with his bankers, ran away with more than $1 billion from the global financial system. He led a great lifestyle. He bought real estate. He even produced one of your most favorite movies, The Wolf of Wall Street, the Leonardo DiCaprio one. Fantastic movie. He was one of the producers. The book essentially tells you how people take advantage of the global financial system, what is right with it, what is wrong with it, and it's written in a thrilling fashion and something you will really enjoy. The second book I recommend that you read this year is called Nudge. It's been described as one of the most influential books in the 21st century. The book essentially leverages behavioral psychology, and behavioral psychology is going to be very important for you over the next 10 years because it will teach you how to affect your peers. It will teach you how to affect your vendors, your consumers, and how you can build persuasive power of them. The book is about a principle called nudge. How do you just push people into taking the decision which you really like? There's something called the power of defaults. How do you use the right default choice to get people to take the decision which you want? There are lots of case studies on the government, on family, on consumers, and it's a very thin book. It's about 200 pages. You'll have a great time. The third book which I recommend, and this is if you are interested in consulting, if you're interested in financial services, you will love this. It's called The Billionaire Apprentice. It's about this Sri Lankan billionaire called Raj Rajanatnam. He ran the Galleon hedge fund, but the book is more famous for whom he ran this entire scandal with. He ran it with Rajat Gupta, who was the McKinsey global CEO and one of the most successful people of Indian origin who's been in the US. And the book is about how Raj Rajanatnam and Rajat Gupta got involved in an insider trading scam, and they got indicted by the SEC and the FBI. The book essentially tells you what is wrong with corporate America, how deals are made, and the soft underbelly of corporate America. It also chronicles the rise of Rajat Gupta, a person who was absolutely brilliant, became orphan at a very young age, went to IIT, went to the US, went to Harvard Business School, went to McKinsey, went on to become the top boss, one of the biggest names across the world, and finally, because of his greed, gave it all away. It's a fascinating book and you should definitely give it a read. The fourth book I think you should read is my own book called Hacks for Life and Career, a Millennial's Guide to Making It Big. Why do I recommend that? The book is basis research by 100 CEOs in terms of what skill sets they want you to have. It's also basis discussions with 200 people like you in terms of what you want to learn about the world of business, about the world of entrepreneurship, about the world of personal finance. The book is written in a very easy form. It's been a bestseller on Amazon. It's got great reviews. It's been loved by influencers. So this is something you should check out this year. And the final book I'm going to recommend, it's a slightly heavy read, it's a slightly long read, but I think you should take a look, is Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. Now, if some of you saw the movie called Jobs, in which Steve Jobs was played by Michael Fassbender, you will really love this book. And the book gives an insight mindset into one of the greatest entrepreneurs of our time. The man disrupted the world of PCs, the world of phones. I'm shooting from one right now, the world of publishing, the world of music, the world of movies. And the book takes you on his journey in terms of how he thought about things, his strengths, his flaws, and it's a breathtaking insight into the life of the greatest entrepreneur potentially of all time. It's a little long, can get a little dry, but I strongly recommend you read that book. So these are the 5 books I think you should read in 2022, and I think this list will help you immensely. So, how many of them have you already read, or which are the ones you're planning to pick up later this year? Why don't you drop your suggestions or comments in the comments box, and I'll try and reply to as many as I can. So, before we end and log off this video, do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. Until next time, take care.